What's poppin', everybody? This is Sabre4, and I'm gonna show you guys the Flygon Groudon deck that I used on those matches. This deck isn't all that, unfortunately, but because I know somebody was gonna ask about the list, I guess I'd show it to you guys and show you what's up. So, of course, the main Pokemon is this Flygon GX that we used, new card from Cosmic Eclipse. I tried to make it work, but it's just so difficult. But anyway, we'll get to that later. But this Pokemon does have a few good things about it. It's got the Dusty Defense ability, which is pretty much the same ability that Blastoise GX has, only with a different name. They share the 240 HP and have this ability that blocks 30 damage. So this dude almost basically has as much defense as Attack Team GX like Mewtwo would have. Like, they gotta do 270 to knock it out in one shot. It's kind of defensive. The difference is it's a regular stage 2 GX, so it's only going to give 2 prizes. So that's the first good thing about it. Desert Hurricane, its attack 120 for 3. It ain't great, but if there's any stadium, it does 240 for 3, which is amazing. Double the damage is crazy good. And then you get rid of the stadium too, so you can get rid of your opponent's stadiums, which is also nice. And then its GX attack, Sonic GX, Sonic Edge GX. It's actually disappointing. What they should have done is make it extreme attack, like the Flygon level X, and give me like a 200 damage snipe or something. But no, it just does 220, and it's gonna ignore effects on the active Pokemon. The damage isn't so great these days. It's kind of insane. This is a stage 2 GX doing 220. And then the basic tag teams can do like more anyway. But these are basically the attacks. Grass weakness, double retreat, kind of typical stuff. The problem with this Pokemon though is the Desert Hurricane needing so many fighting energies. So in the best cards, or in the best decks, emerging decks, not best decks video that I made, I said that you can use this card with Zygarde and power it up. But while you could try it, it all depends if your opponent lets that Zygarde live and it gets attacks off. Otherwise, you're not doing anything. So I decided that actually a better Pokemon will be this Groudon, which I only have 2 copies of. With Drought, you attach the energies from the hand, but you attach 2, so it's kind of faster like that. Now this way, this deck kind of works like the Garchomp Zygarde deck in that you use Groudon, you put 2, and then you can attach 1, the Flygon is ready to go. The problem is that once the Flygon is ready to go and starts attacking, if they get rid of it real quick, you don't have time, you won't be able to have time to power up another one. And that's the problem, which is why I think this deck is inferior to something like the Unified Mind Garchomp's deck, which is similar, because it works with 2 energy. Now, you can use the Fighting Belt, the Expert Belt, what's it called, the Black Belt, yeah, to make this dude's attack cost be 1 fighting less, but I don't have that, so I couldn't work with that, unfortunately. But yeah, the plan is you use Groudon, try and power up the Flygons, and then you attack and hopefully win. The line, we got 2 Trampage we can choose from. I go with the 60 HP one, the 50 HP one. Looks cute, and it can have a better first attack, but it only has 50 HP. I'd rather have the extra HP. The one Vibrava, well, with obnoxious whirring, okay. Whenever your opponent plays a supporter card, prevent all effects done to this Pokemon. So, if Guzma was around, this would have been handy while you're trying to evolve it on the bench. Since we don't have that, what you would like to stop is something like the catchers, the custom catchers, whatever, but it doesn't stop that, unfortunately. But this is the only dude we have, so we run him. You run the 1 Diancie to boost your fighting Pokemon's damage. And this is another thing, between 240 plus 20, 260. Yeah, this dude, he can get some significant knockouts. It's just the problem is he's too slow to power up. Anyways, Got one of the Furmosses as a free retreater. Just move this out of the way and put Groudon if we search it. And then new for bench protection, the new Oricorio GX, which I think you guys have seen in the matches that it's pretty useful. Dance of Tribute, draw 3 cards, man, is great when your Pokemon gets KO'd. One Dedenne GX, of course. And these are the Pokemon. So the trainers max out the Cherish Ball. We've got not only Dedenne to search, but a bunch of GX's Flygon, Oricorio too. Max this out, why not? Boost the consistency. Max out the Energy Spinner. This might be a bit weird. Normally you wouldn't see me maxing out this card, but this deck is a special case because remember, you want to use Groudon and hopefully power up Flygon. You know, with Drought, it's from the hand, not from the discard pile like Kyogre, so you gotta be able to search a lot of those fighting energies and have them in hand. And this is our best bet since we don't have a Professor's Letter. I mean, if I had like Letter, we probably could have gotten away with just running 3 Letter instead of maxing out this, but that's the reality. 3 Whistle, just generic draw 3, you know, why not? We got the space. The Lure Ball to recycle the Flygons. Once again, I only managed to get 2 of these, so normally you want to have 3. Keep that in mind. And 1 Poke Gear, search out supporters, pretty useful since we don't have random receiver or trainer's mail. And you know, Lure Ball, you still want to keep this in even if you get like the 3rd Flygon. This is your like Super Rod / Rescue Stretcher recycling card to replace those. So what you want to do is maybe drop one of the Judge Whistles and add the Flygon. This is what you want to do. This is just a generic card in here. Max out the Candy as always in a stage 2 deck. Double switch. The Stadium is this Martial Arts Dojo. This is another card that helps Flygon. That extra 10 damage, and even better if we're losing, 40 extra. So yeah, this guy, he can get those one-hit knockouts on basically all of the relevant Pokemon, you know? Even a better time against Darkbox since it's fighting. It's just the problem is, as always, getting all these energies here. I don't know, maybe if we had like, if I had fighting belts, like the black belts, I would have built it differently. And yeah, build it differently and try to make use of that card. Maybe it would have been better that way, but I don't know. Maybe we'll try it out again. But so far, this is the list, and all that's left is the supporters. Really, max out the Cynthia. 1 Erica, good. 1 Ingo and Emmet, just good little, well, not good, but shitty, half-assed Juniper replacement. It's not that bad. Double Lily, good card of course. Double Tate and Liza, the switching can come in handy too sometimes. The Skylar Volkner guy. And then I run 2 Pokemon Fan Club. One of the gripes I have with this format, and some viewers mentioned this too, is that, you know, regular ass Pokemon don't have a good way to get searched since we don't have Nest Ball. And it would have been fine and dandy if this applied to everybody, but you know, GX Pokemon have Cherish Ball. They've got the fucking Tag Whistle now too. They've got so much shit to get searched so easily. You know, regular ass Pokemon don't have anything unless they're Psychic Grass, Dragon, and what else? I think that's it. You know, they can make use of Netball and Mysterious Treasure, those kinds of cards. Since we don't have that shit, we gotta run something like Fan Club. Because I can't run Elm for just 4 Pokemon. That's the thing. So we gotta run a Fan Club. The good thing about Fan Club is that it gets anything, it gets in the hand. So I can search the Dene and this becomes like a little Juniper too. So it's great, good little flexibility. We can also search out Oricorio, that's great too. And we can also draw 3 cards. The cool thing about Oricorio is that if your opponent got a knockout, you search it out with Fan Club, you play it down, you can use the ability on that turn, so it's awesome. You can't do those combos. So it's a good little support Pokemon in my opinion. But yeah, those are the supporters, and then 12 fighting energies. You need quite a few so that we have them in hand for Groudon. This is why I max out the spinner too. But yeah, this has been the deck, guys. From what I've shown you in the matches, it can put a little bit of work, but then it runs out of gas. Like, you might get the first Flygon ready to go really quickly and get like a knockout or two. But then if it doesn't last enough time for you to power up the next one, then what you gotta do is you gotta promote a decoy. Your opponent's gonna try and pull the Flygon, kill it. It's just, there's a lot of difficulties. So I might show more matches with the deck, but it ain't easy. It ain't easy. I'll just leave it at that. But hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. If you guys want to try out this Flygon deck, now you know my list. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends. Cerebral 4, and we'll save.